Earlier in the show, we had a look at some opening round action among a mix of professional and junior divisions at the 2012 PDGA World Championships. Now, it's time to take a look at who came out on top after 6 rounds of preliminary play.
All right, Saturday morning we're at Hornets Nest in Charlotte, North Carolina for the finals action at the 2012 PDGA World Disc Golf Championship. We're going to see a series of groups go off for their final round. These are the smaller divisions. Later on, of course, will be changed over a bit for the more advanced divisions that will go off this afternoon. We'll get things started in just a bit. We're about 5 minutes out from start here. Unfortunately, there's inclement weather at the current time, about 6 miles out. Hopefully we get no lightning here. First leaderboard down the hill, we've got 2 divisions represented.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to kick off the finals for the 2012 World Championships. Leading us off in the female pro grandmasters division from Richmond, California, with a score of 342, 4-time world champion Annie Kreml. Our second golfer in the female pro grandmasters division from Orlando, Florida, with a score of 356, Sandy Gass. Our first golfer in the amateur legends division, Mr. Bill Sharon Senior from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, with a score of 380. Our second golfer in the Amateur Legends Division from Beverly Hills, Florida, with a score of 406, Polly Bagwell.
Not surprisingly, both Sandy and Annie made deuce during our round 1 footage. There were 4 gents in the Legends division on the amateur side. Eligibility in Legends begins at age 70. Bill made short work of his competition, recording the top score during all 6 preliminary rounds.
Here's hole 2 of final circuit.
This final 9 circuit is crafted out of the Hornets Nest course here in Charlotte, one of the more storied local courses.
God, am I lucky. Thank you, God.
Several holes, including the first 2 we'll see today, will be tweaked later to better challenge the longer throwing divisions playing in the late morning and afternoon. There were 7 ladies in the Grandmasters division this year.
Beautiful approach.
Annie had the lead by 5 after the first round and never looked back, stretching her advantage nearly every round.
up our coverage of these two divisions. We slip on back towards the first tee and catch the next group that comes up.
With a 14-throw advantage going into the final 9, it looks like Annie will have to make room on the mantle for her 5th world title.
We had the youngest and the oldest competitors in this 2012 World Championships playing together today in this tee time. Please give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Leading us off in the junior boys division with a score of 358 from Oklahoma, Mr. Forrest Denson.
All right, Forrest.
Oh, you look like you're in trouble, Carlos. Yeah, I know that. I've played with these young guys before. They're good.
The second golfer in our junior boys division with a score of 383 from Bangor, Connell Stillwagon.
Oh, look at this. Nice one.
In our Pro Senior Legends division, this is an exhibition match because he already is the 2012 champion, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carlos Rigby from Alexandria, Virginia.
Thank you.
Carlos is one of 2 Senior Pro Legend players, a newly offered division which kicks in at age 75.
Show these youngsters a thing or two. Oh. Just 200 pounds.
Viewers may remember Connell from an earlier Disc Golf Live episode featuring play at the 2011 Amateur World Championships in New York. This one shows how trouble is lurking here on just about every shot.
Ooh, and there's the sort of rollout that everybody knows real well. Oh, goodness.
Come on back, Des.
Still got a chance.
Come on.
No, that is rough sledding.
Forrest turned in the top score during 5 of his Division's 6 rounds and had a comfortable lead throughout the week. We'll give him our sharpest dressed golfer award too. Carlos won his division handily. The division played only 4 rounds, 1 per day, skipping dreaded 2-round days in the Carolina sun. Connell is a junior worlds veteran. He's racked up a pair of 2nd place finishes in the under 10s in the last 2 years at Worlds, and we wouldn't be surprised to see him break that streak soon and bring home a title. But this year, he'll again finish 2nd.
All right, and that match heads off onto the course. We'll head back and catch the next one as they tee off on hole 1.
This is the under 13 age division. The leader plays out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Mr. DJ Baldwin.
Laser.
Golfer number 2 with a score of 305 from Hudson, Ohio, Mr. Logan Ritter. Golfer number 3 with a score of 312 from Mesa, Arizona, Anthony Barella. Golfer number 4 with a score of 318 from Huntsville, Alabama, a one-time world champion himself, Mr. Ian Krajna.
Ian was the guy who finished ahead of Connell last year to pick up the under 10 Worlds title.
He's taking his relief from out of bounds. He's going to get a nice Easy circle 4 there. Well played.
Bogey for the camera guy. Logan trails DJ by 3 to start this match. Anthony finished the week with great play in rounds 5 and 6 to tighten things up, but still started 10 back.
That's how we do it. Nice 2 for Anthony. DJ picks up a deuce as well.
With no leaderboard in sight, we weren't aware of just how close this match was. With his deuce on 1, DJ widened his lead to 4 throws.
It's pretty wide open out there to the left side. Not great, but it's pretty wide open, and it's not OB unless you go well over there.
Logan would go on to outscore DJ by 2 throws over the course of this 9-hole loop, but had to settle for second place. 1 throw back.
Just could crush it. Well, while the groups are making their way around the course and waiting to go off and whatnot, disc golfers are doing what disc golfers do, playing with plastic.
Inbounds Disc Golf, your best source for disc flight information. We developed the most comprehensive and complete universal flight chart available. Available online and in paperback, our in-flight guide contains over 390 discs, with new discs being added regularly. Simple and easy to use, this flight guide displays up to 4 discs, side by side for comparisons. Use Inbounds Disc Golf's relative stability scale to make the disc flight pattern easy to understand. How should your disc fly? Find out at inboundsdiscgolf.com.
Since the legends went through, the course has been altered here. A couple holes have been lengthened. Next group through will be the Women's Pro Masters. There's how we stand going into this hole.
Sue Stevens plays out of Dorr, Michigan. She leads by 3 at present.
Go now. Go now. Next rip, too.
It's the adrenaline, man. It's the adrenaline.
Pam Renicky is from Orlando, Florida. Karen Jaskovka is a distant 4th. She lives in Huntsville, Alabama. Albuquerque, New Mexico is home for Sheila Kirkham. She sits in 3rd, 3 behind Pam after 1 hole. The course modification gremlins have been at work, and this one now plays a couple 100 feet longer, well past the early pin position.
Good rip, Sheila.
This is a rip.
Yeah.
Sue Stevens may be familiar to historians of the game as a member of the fabled Winnie crew. Back around the turn of the century, she was one of several golfers who traveled the tournament circuit in Winnebago, living the disc golf dream.
Sue Stevens in the lead. Little gallery forming up here. Susie. He's in the lead, and that's not going to hurt a bit. 593 feet with trouble left and trouble right.
Sue came out of the gate hot for the final 9 and cruised to a 7th-row victory for her first world title.
Opens up pretty quickly past that edge around the corner there.
Things didn't go so smoothly for Pam over this Hornet's Nest circuit. She carded 39 for the finals, 5 more than Sue. Karen put up 35 over 9 holes to hold on to 4th place. And despite a slow start through the first 2 holes, Shayla Kirkham reversed course, overtaking Pam to grab 2nd by a single throw. Well played, ladies. We'll have a further look at footage from Charlotte in upcoming episodes of Disc Golf Live.
We're going to bid adieu to the Masters women.
Meanwhile, the folks at Disc Golf Me TV have more on the World Championship story in our final feature this episode.
Team Luna salutes our 2012 PDGA World Champions.
Yay! Team Luna.
Our pals out in California at Disc Golf Me TV have sent over another episode. Be sure to subscribe to them and other great YouTube video providers for an easy online disc golf fix.
Hello and welcome to DiscGolf.me TV. I'm Nick Collins and you're watching episode 8, which I'm pretty sure is going to be our best episode ever. We've got highlights coming in from North Carolina from the World Championships and an interview with Ken Climo. Let's get started.
You should join the PDGA.
Welcome to North Carolina, home of the 2012 World Championships. Early on, the tournament was buzzing after Michael Johansson shot a 41 on day 2 and took the lead with consistent drives and accurate putting. As the tournament continued, Paul McBeth was able to pull back into a tie with MJ. Bobby Brown caught up with MJ to ask the local pro some questions.
Tied for first going in the next round. What's kind of going through your head right now?
Nothing, just another round of golf in Charlotte.
Now this is the course where you got the, what'd you shoot again here?
41.
41, is that kind of typical for you when you shoot out here?
No, it's a low round out here. I've shot a couple of 42s out here and 43s, but that beats what I've done before here, yeah.
So what kind of pressure does that put on you, having a hot round here and then being up on top? What kind of pressure does that put on you?
Not much, it's just another round of disc golf in town. It's kind of nice being, it's just coming home, playing more disc golf. I do this every day, so it's not too bad.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
As the tournament wore on, McBeth continued his consistency, and long putts have always been his specialty. Ricky Wysocki's play was amazing as well. MJ had some tough breaks, but he continued to play well. No matter where McBeth was, he consistently came through. In the final 9, listen to the huge crowd reaction to MJ as he starts the round off right. Ricky's putts continued to be amazing. And Will ended the round with an epic ace run.
Nice. That's the way you go after it.
But McBeth had all aspects of his game working. MJ finished 4th. Will in 3rd. Ricky's great putting continued, and he finished in 2nd. Congratulations go to Paul McBeast, the 2012 World Champ. The day's drama came as Sarah Hokum held a one-stroke lead over Val Jenkins and buries her putt to become the women's 2012 world champ. And Ken Climo won the Masters division, becoming the first ever player to win Worlds in the Open and Masters division.
Special thanks goes out to the PDGA, Disc Golf Planet, Slick Daddy Cool Breeze, and Jomez Productions for the video clips and permission to use them during this broadcast. And now, Ken Climo.
Sound checks good. Played a lot of Frisbee at this park called Cliff Stevens Park in Clearwater, Florida. With a bunch of buddies of mine. There was a parking light in the parking lot. There was a light. We used to play at night. And then a gentleman named Alan Ross moved down from Tennessee. He petitioned the city to put a 9-hole course in at Cliff Stevens Park. And it was wooden poles at first. You just hit the wooden pole where the painted area was. And I found out about it because I frequented that area. And my brother said there was a disc golf course there. I was already a ball golfer. So it came natural to play golf. I like to throw Frisbee, so it was a good meld. And I started playing on the wooden posts out there and didn't really think much of it at first. But then the city bought some baskets and they put the baskets in, and that kind of changed the whole perspective of it. It actually gave you a goal to shoot at. It was going to stay in and not just bounce off of and land on the ground. And that's kind of what hooked me. I think seeing the basket for the first time and playing on that really got me into the sport. And I love Frisbee and I love golf, so it kind of hooked me right away.
How did you get connected with Innova?
Played a few years, got good quickly, won some tournaments, some bigger tournaments out there in the early 90s. And they basically came to me and gave me a few products and whatnot, had me basically throwing their stuff and really not sponsoring me at that point. And I liked their products and I didn't throw many of the other competitors' products, so I stayed with that for a little while, and I won a few world championships and they offered me more stuff, and it just became a good relationship. And I won 7 in a row, and they offered me my own disc line, and that kind of set the tone for our relationship throughout the future. I figured I'd stay with them till I was done, because I really liked their product and they treated me all right.
Can you talk about your relationship with Steady Ed?
Well, I just frequented him a few times. I didn't really have much long-time exposure with him. I talked to him for a minute or two here, 3 or 4 minutes there. I didn't really have that great a relationship with him, but what we did have, it felt special. I look up to the man for inventing the target that hooked me into this game, so there was a lot of admiration there by me, and I'm sure he had some admiration back for what I did in this game. And it was too short is what it was. I only got to know him for 10, 12, maybe 12 years or so. He's a great man. He did more than just invent the disc golf basket as well. Oh, Santa Cruz has been a special place for me. I've come here many a time since the early 90s. I've managed to come out on top maybe 4 times here. I've set the tournament record for 3 rounds out here. This course, I have a love-hate relationship. I either play really well on this course or it spits me up and chews me out, and that's what happened today. I didn't have such a great round, but tomorrow's a new day.
What would you say to someone who's interested in playing for the first time or hasn't even heard of disc golf?
Well, not everybody thinks the same, but I really love creating flight, and I think that's what draws me to the game, and I think that's what I would impress on people is you're creating a flight, you're meeting people, you're going places. There's just so many different facets of this game that are wonderful. It's very cheap, it's economical. I mean, it's one of the greatest sports I've ever seen, and I just happened to get in on the ground floor. If you want to challenge yourself and have a good lifelong pastime, it's a good sport for you.
What would you say about the camaraderie between you and the other competitors, and also just playing with friends at your local course?
I got one thing I can say about that. I've won 230 tournaments, 12 world titles, but I would trade all those for meeting the people and going to the places and all the experiences that came with that. I would rather have the experiences than those titles. That's what it's meant to me throughout the years. I can call someone up in Norway or Finland or Japan, and I can have a connection with that person, and they know me and I know them, and I can go there and we can hang out. it's amazing how much the Frisbee family loves each other and takes care of each other. It is just a big family, it really is.
All right, thank you very much, Ken.
You're welcome.
Well, that's all the time we have on today's show. I'm Nick Collins, and thanks for watching.
Time to wrap this episode up. Thanks to our friends at Disc Golf Me TV and the Guardians of Recreation for helping out with this one. We'll be back in a couple of months with more action from around the disc golfing community. Until then, drive carefully.
The women's amateur masters division coming up next. We're downrange here with 2 of the